Hey everybody, this is Gaynor Meilke with the Conscious Success Plan. And today I wanted to touch on a topic that is near and dear to my heart, and it's part of the new book and series that I'm working on, which is called How to Raise a Girl and How to Raise a Boy. And one of the takeaways from something I heard recently from a cisgender journey um, podcast was the speaker mentioned something about um, having an appreciation for both the masculine energy and the female energy. And one of the things that he brought out in a kind of difference that he had noted, which I hadn't thought about before, but it really does make a lot of sense. And I know in my own life, it's something I'm, I guess, a product of it's one of my passion points is that the genders are really not treated equally when it comes to the length of childhood and actually completing childhood. Girls tend to be parentified, given more responsibility, told to uh, s- be more mature, whether they are or not. Some kids are more mature just by their nature, but with girls, they need to act appropriately. They can't be loud typically, or we have all of those old kind of patriarchal dictates to be ladylike and to um, be pleasing to others and to help others, whether we feel like it or not. Whereas the male energy is more boys will be boys, let them be wild. You know, they can be aggressive, they can yell and they can shout, and they're just being boys, and there's nothing that we can do about it. And I think that does a great disservice to girls. The other piece of the puzzle, of course, is that girls are also objectified at a very early age. And that's both sexually and just visually in general. And when that's done, it can be very, very toxic to girls. So, just a thought about this work that I'm doing on the conscious success track in the area of family. And it's also crossing over into identity and how to preserve a child's authentic identity without um, abducting it through both uh, social norms that shouldn't necessarily be maintained, as well as the parenting approach of making your kids fit in to a really antiquated gender role. And then, of course, we're crossing into territory of um, gender identity and also the fluidity of gender and backlash against gender that a lot of um, people are starting to see, experience, and it's something that society is going to have to deal with um, and reckon with because everybody should be allowed to be who they are without having that be oppressed by either somebody else's personal desires or a larger societal really stemming off of uh, people's authentic selves, and whether that's overtly the sexuality or just, and I say just very lightly, or what we think of just the way things are when it comes to gender. So, food for thought. And I hope that you'll check out the Conscious Success Plan, the family area, and especially all of the work around raising girls, raising boys. And my hope is to help harmonize and equalize those gender stereotypes and really neutralize them so that nobody is harmed and we can all appreciate, encourage, and hopefully in the end cohabitate and create together.